here with reality star turned talk show host, Serena DC. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, how are you?
Good. So just to get started, for people who aren't aware of you, your start was actually in an Australian reality series called
It
EntScoop
was.
Chats. So can you tell us a little bit about the series itself and why you wanted to be a part of it?
Yeah, well, Instant Hotel was a show that we got to stay at lots of people's different Airbnbs around Australia. So I was really big into Airbnbs. I had a couple myself, and we entered the competition, me and my best friend Sturdy. And yeah, it was a pretty wild ride. So that came out a couple of years ago, and we thought it would just come out on Channel 7 in Australia, and that would be that. But no, it's ended up going global, a huge show. Available in every country in the world on Netflix. So it's just the show that just won't die, basically.
Right. No, it's a really cool show. And what made you want to do it in the first place?
I don't know. Like, I mean, a lot of people sort of make up reasons for why they wanted to do it. But the truth is, I wanted a little bit of fame. I thought, wouldn't it be cool to be on TV and ride that wave and see how it was? It wasn't a great journey, though. There was a lot of trolling and bullying and all of that sort of stuff. In hindsight, would I have done it again? Probably not.
Wow. How did you deal with that online bullying and that trolling?
Well, I mean, it was really harsh. Only just recently, one of the contestants on Instant Hotel that was a close friend of mine, Shay, actually killed herself. So, you know, bullying is a real thing, and people really suffer from it. I was lucky. I had like my family and a lot of friends around me, so I was able to navigate through it. But, you know, for people that are single and alone, it can be really, really hard.
Absolutely. And in 2020, I feel like because we are stuck at home, it's become even more extensive with online.
Oh, yeah.
What
Bored at home, frustrated, angry, you know, struggling with their own lives, and most people tend to lash out. So, I mean, Instant Hotel came out 2.5 years ago, and I get trolled every single day. Like, even today, there'll be like 5-6 DMs in my inbox from random strangers saying stuff to me. So, yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. And what do you feel like we can do as a whole, as a human race, to stop the online bullying, to do better?
Well, it was interesting. You know, the reason I brought out my TV series Hollywood Disclosure was because I wanted celebrities to be able to talk about all of the terrible things that they've been through in their lives, in the hope that people at home would listen to their stories and would actually change. And so I had Tara Reid on my show. I don't know if you know who she is.
Tara Reid,
American Pie,
absolutely.
Sharknado. Yeah, she's amazing. And our whole episode was about bullying, and she talked about how her entire life she's been bullied and trolled. You know, when she was in American Pie, she was 18. She was the hottest girl you'd ever seen in your life.
Right.
And then she still got trolled. So it doesn't matter if you're fat, skinny, pretty, mean, friendly. It doesn't matter what configuration of human you are. Yeah. No one's immune to trolling.
I think that's what is beautiful about your series too, though, is it's so relatable, because I feel like people put celebrities in this their perfect lives type of realm, and seeing that they are real, they are going through the same thing that we are, makes other people be able to stop doing that as well, stop the online bullying, and knowing that they can relate. You know, and I know on Instant Hotel, a lot of times when you're on a reality TV series, they don't portray you as your true self. So do you feel like that was the case with you?
Oh my God, completely. So for me, you know, like what I actually do for a living when I'm not doing TV is I write books about self-love and about helping people. And I, you know, go around, and I'm a public speaker trying to help people, you know, bring people up. And on the show, they painted me as the villain. And what they would do is you'd have these things called master interviews. That's when you're just talking direct to camera. And we'd have master interviews for 3 hours a day. So you'd have 2.5 hours of saying really nice stuff, and then a couple of minutes of saying a few catty comments. Well, guess what stuff they put on the show? Yeah, the catty comments. And sometimes what they would do is if I said something like, oh my God, that's disgusting, and I was talking about something that I just ate, they would take the words, oh my God, that's disgusting, but then they'd make it look like I was looking at somebody and talking about their clothes or what they were wearing or their house or something like that. So they really, you know, twisted a lot of the narrative. One thing I will say to your audience is this: be very careful with who you trust your words to. Be very, very, very careful, because once you become part of reality TV and you sign a little contract, your words are no longer yours. They belong to someone else.
Yeah. That's pretty scary when you say it like that. Your words are no longer yours.
Yeah, very scary.
I want to talk more about your show, Hollywood Disclosure. So I know you told us a little bit about the concept about it with you interviewing celebrities, but can you tell us what made you want to start the series and when did it start?
So it was actually the silver lining to being trolled on Instant Hotel. You know, like I really felt that my story and who I was as a person was not told. I was portrayed one way, but who I was and what I was doing with my life was something completely different. And so, you know, like I went to bed one night and I had a dream about Caitlyn Jenner. I'd just been reading her book and I had a dream about her. And when I woke up, I thought, you know what, I want to actually tell her real story. So not the story about, you know, see, oh, there she is coming out of a plastic surgery and there she is doing this, all the tabloid rubbish. You know, I wanted to meet her and get her to tell her story. And so I did. And, you know, I just think it's really important for people to understand that everybody is going through something in life, every single person. And the more that we share the problems that we have, the more that we can connect with each other and be more gentle toward each other, you know?
Yeah, no, I absolutely love that. That's very true. And do you feel like, because you actually interview the celebrities in their own homes, so do you feel like you are directly in their homes that they're more comfortable opening up to you?
Oh, look, 100%. But I think that my skill as an interviewer lies in the fact that I listen to people. You know, you watch a lot of shows like, you know, Ellen as an example, and she's just constantly like, what about this? What about this? Oh, so what you mean is this? And I think if you stripped back her interviews, you'd see that she talked 80% of the time and they 100%. Talk 20% of the time. Yeah. So for me, I'm just like, you know, when you told your children that you had transitioned, how did they react? And then I just shut up. You know, I just shut up and let them tell their story. And I think you're right. Being in their homes definitely made them feel more comfortable and more in tune with being truthful and honest.
I think I love that you said that is actually listening to the person you're interviewing, you know, because I
think it's so important.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. There's also whispers of Hollywood Disclosure being nominated for a Daytime Emmy and in pre-production for season 2. So when you started this whole journey, did you expect the success that it's had?
I'm going to say yes. And I don't mean that well, I don't mean that in an arrogant or egotistical way at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like if you knew me well, you'd know I constantly second guess myself and never think that I'm good enough, you know, that's just how it is. But I think when you set out on any project, anything that you do in life, you have to have an end game. And so for me, I always said, I'm going to bring out this show. It's going to change people's lives. I'm going to stand up on the stage at the Emmys and and here is my acceptance speech. You know, that's always been the goal, because if you don't have a goal, you know, what are you striving for? Where are you heading toward? So yeah, like he's hoping.
Absolutely. Well, when there's passion behind it too, and it's really real, and you see that in your interviews, you know, so why wouldn't you be successful? And I'm all about manifesting as well. And I feel like that's
totally
manifested it and it's happening, you know? So I love that. And you've had some pretty incredible guests on the show. So who would you say is one of your favorites?
God, it's really hard. Well, Colin Eaglesfield, the actor from The Client List, he was probably one of my favorites because he's kind of hot. No, he's gorgeous. No, he became a really close friend of mine, and that's one of the silver linings of doing this sort of show. You know, when you have a moment of intimacy with somebody on camera, you know, if you're real and if they share real experiences with you, you become bonded with these people. And so since then, Colin and I are off doing all other projects together and different things. So definitely him. But I mean, Caitlyn, and this will sound so weird, but Caitlyn has this incredible presence about her. And I remember leaving after being with her for just 2 hours and feeling a loss, like actually feeling heartbroken that I was walking away from this human instead of staying close to her, because she's just such a nice, incredible human being, you know. I hope you get to meet her one day.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I was actually going to bring up Caitlyn Jenner. What was one of your biggest takeaways from the interview with her?
You know, like she's gone through the hardest situation I think pretty much anybody can go through, you know, to live your life as one sex when you believe that you're another. But through it all, she was just a good father. She was a good friend. She was a good, kind, loving person. And now, instead of being bitter with the world, she's not. She's just all about improving it and making it better before she dies. I mean, she's 70 now, you know.
Yeah, right.
She's 70, she's 70, but this is so crazy. She's a 70-year-old trans woman that has single-handedly changed the way the entire planet views transsexuals.
Right.
Because before she transitioned, people didn't talk about trans people the way that they do now.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, there weren't all of these, you know, non-binary bathrooms and all of this stuff going on. I mean, she just, that'll be her legacy.
Wow. Oh, absolutely. That's unbelievable.
Not the bloody Kardashians.
Right.
That will not be her legacy. This will be her legacy.
Exactly. And even like with all of those things going on in your life, you also have a new reality series that premiered August 9th, Dream Life. So can you tell us a bit about the concept behind the show and also how you incorporate your other business, Love Academy?
Yeah, so Dream Life is actually, I guess they call it a follow doc. So it sort of follows me and my group of friends over in Los Angeles as we try to open up a business, find love, make it into the it crowd in Hollywood, build our profiles. And it's really just a fly on the wall look for an audience, because I live this crazy life. I'm so blessed. You know, I have this amazing manager. I've got these amazing friends in Hollywood, little Aussie in LA. And every day I get to experience these fantastical things. And what I wanted to do was show the audience that it doesn't matter if you're only 5'2". It doesn't matter if you're not super skinny. It doesn't matter if you're not 21. You can still make it in Hollywood. You can still achieve your dreams. So I guess that's what the show is about, just showing people that anything's possible. Doesn't matter who you are.
Right. I absolutely love that. And tell us about the Love Academy as well.
So the Love Academy is interesting. Basically what we're doing is we're interviewing experts about love, relationships, dating, sex, everything to do with love, and we're basically putting it all in one place so that people can actually learn about how to improve their love life. Because a lot of people just walk around carrying all of this baggage from past relationships and, you know, falling into negative patterns, dating the same kind of bad girls or bad guys. And so this was created to help people to navigate through love, because not everybody has a best friend that they can confide in about their problems. Not everyone has a close relationship to their mum. So that's what the Love Academy is for, to be there for everyone.
That's beautiful. And did you base that company based on personal experience?
Yeah, so my actual job, as I was saying before, is I'm a self-love expert and I'm a dating and relationships expert. So I've done that for the last 10 years. And one thing I found working in that space is that people really have no idea what they're doing when it comes to love. We're all just thrown into it. You know, we're in high school and we're 15 and we get our first crush and it's all just crazy from there on in. So, you know, what if you could learn how to do it properly? You know, I feel like there's a lot of value there.
I would love to know. I'm here with you.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely. And you actually weren't able to attend 2 of the premieres of your TV shows because of COVID.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. So how did that affect you emotionally?
It was really hard, to be honest with you. You know, imagine, you know, achieving the impossible dream and then not being able there to celebrate it with your friends. And especially with Dream Life, it was hard because there was quite a large cast, and so they were all off having viewing parties and hanging out and doing this and doing that. And guess what I was doing for my premiere? I was sitting on a couch alone at 3 a.m. with headphones on so I wouldn't wake anyone up, watching my show via Zoom. Yeah.
That's hard. And then seeing other people.
But you know what? I'm healthy and I'm happy and I'm blessed. So, you know, you can't have everything.
Exactly. Absolutely. What advice do you have for other Aussies who want to make it in America and follow their dreams?
I think a lot of Aussies go over to America thinking that they're going to go over there, do a couple of auditions, become famous. Easy. But what they don't realize is that the LA has the most heavily, densely populated amount of actors and reality stars than anywhere else in the whole world. So if you're going to come over to LA and try and get famous, you need to come with a plan and you need to be ready to work really, really, really fucking hard. If you think things are going to fall into your lap, you're wrong.
Yeah. I love to have a plan. Because you're right, I feel like a lot of people come here and they just think, well, it's gonna happen. That's where all the stars live, so I'm gonna become a star. You need a plan. And it's hard work.
Like, what has your journey been like working in LA in this industry? Like, how have you found it?
I've actually found it. Go ahead, interviewer.
Oh, I'm curious.
No, I luckily have to say I was blessed because I came from New York, and I feel like New York gave me that mentality as well of being real and for like I'm the first one to show up at any audition, you know, but I do work my ass off, and I'm a dancer first, so I'm used to the competitive atmosphere.
Yeah.
I actually like came here on a job, so I think that's where it did help me. You know?
Oh yeah, because then you can keep it going, keep the momentum going.
You
For
have to
sure.
work your ass off, and everyone you meet is also an aspiring actress or a dancer or a singer as well. So,
yeah.
And in any audition I go to, there's 500 of me's, you know, so I still have to be the best regardless of having the connection.
And that's the freaky thing, isn't it? Because you go to an audition, and they would literally be 500 people that have the same body, the same hair, the same look, and you look around the room and you're just like, holy shit.
Exactly, and that's
my god.
And that's why you have to be the best at what you do, and you have to be the first one at whatever audition, or whatever dance class or whatever, because you know, for all those other 500 people not only look like you, but they're doing the same thing as well. Who is one of your dream celebrity artists that you haven't interviewed yet to?
Dream people. I'd love to do Russell Brand. I'm not sure if you know who he is. The British comedian. I just love the way that he thinks, you know, like from drug addict to probably one of the most woke and evolved individuals you'll ever meet. So he's someone that I'd love to talk to, because he really is a rags to riches story. Someone that was at the absolute rock bottom and then built their way up. I'm interested in talking to people that have really been through a very hard time in their life, because I find those stories, you know, super inspiring.
And for those who have not seen any of your series yet, Hollywood Disclosure or Dream Life, so where can we watch it?
So it's about to premiere on Apple TV Plus and Amazon Prime Video, Google Play, and Vudu. So in 6 weeks it comes out there. It's just finishing airing now on FYI and Hulu. So you can catch it on demand on Hulu at the moment. Otherwise, we're pretty excited to be going global on Apple TV. So that's going to be cool. Thank you.
No, that's so exciting. Babe. And do you have any other exciting, your hands are full, so I'm not sure if you do, but do you have any other exciting projects coming up?
I'm actually doing a really cool TV show called City of Angels with a friend of mine who is she's a medium. So she speaks to dead people and can see dead people. So this time I'm going to be behind the camera instead of in front of it, and directing for the first time, which is going to be cool. But I'm a little bit scared because we're going to places like a haunted mental asylum and like a abandoned jail. So it's all fun and games when you're writing the scripts and writing the show, but like actually being there at 2 o'clock in the morning. And then she's like, oh my God, like this, you know, this guy's just come in and he's saying all this stuff, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, I've grabbed the camera and just book it out of there. So good for you.
Oh my God, I know, right? I think I'm gonna be, all you're gonna hear is cut. Serena, can you please stop freaking out, because we're picking up your audio, you know? Can you do that again?
So when are you starting filming on that?
So we're actually starting next month. So that's going to be really, really cool. And then Hollywood Disclosure is slated to do season 2 from January. Yes. So that's just going to depend on our friend Rona and whether or not she'll go away or stick around.
She's going away. She's going away. I feel it.
She needs to die. Okay. Like she just needs to just leave. You know, you can't sit with us, Rona. You can't sit with us.
I wish
you gotta go. Right? She's that girl.
Yeah, she's that girl.
Right.
So in the interviews, we always ask some fun random questions.
Yeah.
So who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. It was actually Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block. I was like so freaking madly in love with him. And it's funny because like my PR agency actually represent New Kids on the Block, and she's like, okay, so do you want to have like Johnny on the show, or who do you want to have on the show? And I'm like, Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's a bit kind of creepy.
Oh my God, you gotta interview him. You have to.
I know, right? I know.
1,000 hair flips.
I'll be like, oh my God, you're like so funny. Oh, you're so cute.
Amazing. What is your favorite midnight snack?
I'm the worst snacker. Like, are you like that as well? I'm just like sit on the couch and snack. I'm a cheese person.
Okay.
I like cheese and biscuits. Cheese. Yeah, cheese is life.
No, that's life. I love it. And do you have any hidden talents that we don't know
about? Yeah, I can sing, so that's a whole thing. You know.
God, want to show us a little snippet?
No. Maybe it's Dream Live season 2, but yeah, that's my thing.
Oh my God, amazing. No, well, thank you so much for talking with us today, and we can't wait
Thanks
to
for having me.
all of your new ventures. You're a busy girl, but seriously, you deserve it. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Love you.
Absolutely.
Have a great day.